Hey guys, Thomas from Team Sakuraso here, coming at you guys with another banger Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch for you guys today. And we not only have buyouts, but some PCRs you should be looking at. I actually got a great suggestion from one of you in the comment section saying, Saki, what PCRs should we be looking at to grab? Please let us know. And I got you along with some other great pickups this Market Watch. But before we begin, thank you to those who liked the video on the last Market Watch. We got to 102 likes. I asked for 100 likes and we got it. So thank you so much. Let's see if we can replicate that this video. Subscribe if you have not already. If you're buying cards off TCG Player, use my link down in the description below. Helps out the channel to no additional cost too. And they have a promo on the 16th of May, which is really cool here. We'll actually check out really quick. Yeah, it's a Mayhem on May 16th. So 10% on store credit, all products. That is going to go crazy. Also, if you're buying anything on, or if you guys want to check out Whatnot, use my link in the description below. You get $15 on your next purchase there. It's awesome. And check out TCG Creator. Whenever you click these, it uses my TCG affiliate link. Shows everything we go over in the Market Watch. You can make your own graphs, all that. And we're just going to get right into this. Also, thank you to my YouTube channel members. I know I got some new members recently that got gifted through a stream, as well as I think one person also joined just off stream, and you guys are going to get some new emotes soon. I was hoping by today, but hopefully in the next few days. So Stardust Cypher Dragon here, ultra rare. These are $28, $30, $32. This was a card I completely forgot I actually thought Stampede would have. It is still great and a mainstay in Blue Eyes. And this card is not going to get cheaper until we see a reprint of this card. I think Battles of Legends, this along with Fiendsmith, we already have Lordly Load and other cards are going to be in there. That is my prediction. And a secret rare of this card would go very hard. The mega packs are about the same price, 28. People just want this card to play. They don't have commons available. If you want to play the optimal version of Blue Eyes, this is going to cost you about 30 bucks. Either you like it or you don't. Lordy Load, people have started to take the load off this card. $41 here, 42 bucks. Going up to 43 actually. Yeah, this card is sinking pretty crazy. If you did have this card, I told people you should get rid of it. But we also don't know ratios in Battles of Legends yet for this card. So people are like, you know what? Maybe it's one per case. Because if they give us an Ultra and it's one out of case, right back up. And unless they want to make this card a Starlight too, that would also change some things. But I think that if it gets another secret rare, it's probably not going to be easy to pull. That's just my opinion. But maybe they will. Maybe they won't. I don't know the ratio on this card. But if it's a low ratio, I don't expect loads to maybe even go down. We've seen this with the Fiendsmith engine, actually. Right over here where they basically made Engraver like every third pack. Now, is it every third pack? No. But they've reprinted to the point where, engravers would be $1 or $2. Well, Tract went from like 15 to 60. Requiem went from a $5 card to this. Went up to 30s actually. Lacrima is like 25, 30. It's really unfortunate actually. Fusion with Rextrum, I have not looked at this card in a while. 18, $20. Looks like some sales volume here. I know this is not optimal, but these are a lot of sales for a card that is not optimal. So I'm wondering what people are cooking about this card. I mean, I know it's not a bad card per se, but maybe in certain decks, this is actually really good. Again, I could be wrong, but it's just something interesting. Then we also have Dark Ruler No More. Now, this is a card that is seeing a lot of play in the OCG. In fact, there was actually an argument in my Discord about it like a while ago. But a lot of in the OCG, people were siding in some stances. People are mania, especially against Dragon Tail. People are really liking it. And right now, your Prismatic collectors are $2.45. When we went over Lancia, which we will go over right now because the graphs don't lie, which QCs are 52 today, which is crazy. Here we go. PCRs are $6 today, going up to $7.50. And a year ago, not even a year ago, 6 months ago, I told people to get this for Malice. I said this is a staple. It will go up. And it went up to that $7, $8 mark. I'm telling you guys right now, when it comes to these staples, like Dark Ruler No More, I can see easily a Dark Ruler No More PCR playset selling for 20 bucks, 20, 25. I can definitely see that if you guys are looking for your Dark Ruler No Mores. I would consider that, or there is a Lost Arts at $2. Some people like these because they're cleaner ultras as well, and I don't blame people. It's a beautiful, beautiful looking card. I actually just really like the artwork on Dark Rule No More because it kind of feels like they're making some of their old school cards with this. So it's nice to see the old school art in cards that are like name stays, if that makes sense to you guys. Maybe I'm just being an old head. If I'm being an old head, please let me know in the comment section below. Type in Unk, you're tripping on Dark Rule No More. And hey, I'll hear you loud and clear. 30, as long as I don't have to hear that Diddy Rasu shit. Black Luster Soldier Legendary Swordsman. Secret rares are $3 now. And as you can see here, they've been 3 for a while, spiking up. Why am I going over this card, you may ask? Well, there are some people with Mitsurugi that are teching this card. I don't believe they're making it. I believe they're just getting it to get the spell. But it is actually a pretty insane card when I really read it for Ritual. It's actually a bit generic if you really need that Ritual spell. But at the same time, you have to give up your draw phase, right? The one thing I'm kind of worried about, however, is you do have a draw phase where you don't draw when you go first. I'm curious if you just hard draw, have this in your hand. If you go draw, affect this, right? Because I wonder if that actually is. Could someone tell me the ruling in the comment section below? Because you still have a draw phase when you go first. So I'm wondering how this interaction would work. Can you block Luster Soul or Legendary Swordman to search a ritual? Because if you can, that's actually ridiculous. You're just playing more ritual spells. And seeing how your hand looks, you could take the certain one. I don't think that's probably how it works, but I thought I might ask. Also, if you use a normal summon, you show a post monster by battle, you shuffle all cards, your opponent controls into the deck. How dumb that is crazy. CRs are like 20 bucks though. They look nice. I have CRs in my personal collection because Blackluster Soldier is always it for me. I absolutely love Blackluster Soldier cards. In fact, I was wishing we got the Ritual Blackluster as a QCR. And I know a lot of people might hate me for that, but that would have been like one of the very few QCs that I would have gone. I barely get QCs from Nostalgia Pool because of how much money they are. But there's a couple where I just can't give it up. Sangenpai, Transcendent Dragion. These are $3 here for your super. So if you have your Legacy of Destruction bulk, which if someone watching this right now, let's say you got a case of this, you probably got at least like 12, if not more copies of this. You're sitting on like, 12 times 3, that's 36, maybe 36 or more dollars. I actually want to look at Hydra again and see how it's doing today along with Trident. Trident Secrets, these are $7. Now, this was always like a $5, $4 card for a while. Now it's going back up to 8 or 9 because Tenpai's getting some hype. Hydras, they're like 11 now, $12. So they've relaxed. They've settled down. Goblin Biker Grand Breakout from Rage of the Abyss. These are $2 supers. Guys, if you have this in your bulk, which Rage of the Abyss was a very popular set, these are worth $2. So you're sitting on money. Like I know some people have opened up multiple cases. If you open up multiple cases, you're getting like, let's say, like I said, at least 12 copies per case, if not more. Let's say like 15 copies, right? Okay, that's $42. You got multiple cases. You see how the math is going up, right? You might be sitting on, you could make a few of your boxes back off just bulk sometimes. If you're like a big spender like that, $2 for your supers. And we know that if Goblin Biker ever get reprinted, which they should be in our tins, I really think that they're not going to dodge the tins. There's no way. People would actually like to pull Secret Rare Goblin Bikers. It's a deck a lot of people love. And I think we have some support on the way. Grand Breakout probably is not going to be there. So this card could go up even further in the future. Kwakimeru Drago QC. This is getting bought as well. If we go near mints here, right, and because I don't mess with light play, 14 going up to $20 for the QCs, 11 listings here. This is a very popular side deck card in a lot of older formats, not just Edison, but I think Redo as well. And it just you can neither play special summon light or dark monsters, right? Very good card overall here. So I guess it's going up for old school format. And yeah, these are money now. I remember when Ultras and Battles of Legends were 4 or 5. This card always makes its way up to B value. And I probably should have looked at this QC a lot earlier. But it was never cheap. Like, it's roughly the same price even now, honestly. Number 67, Paradise Smasher, which I really like the the pun here, paradise, paradise. Look, I don't usually like when Konami does like stupid puns, but this one I just really like. These are 14 today, going up to 15. We already went over this, but I did want to go over it again. It has been going up because of K9, so there you go. Cyber Dragon Nova, another card going up because we have the Cyber Dragon support, but this also helps you get into Infinity with K9. These are $5 for your OTS Supers here, which is pretty insane. This card should have actually, maybe this card should have had a QC, but maybe people would find it a waste of time. Not too sure, but yeah, this card's worth it in all rarities. You got the Ultras at 3s, which I really like the Structure Deck Ultras. They look very good to me. I would rather have that than a Super, but that's just me. You have Commons from Legendary Dragon decks at $3. You have the OTS Commons at $4. Yes, this was an OTS twice. Once as a Super, once as a Common. And then I guess you have the reprint here because they're, oh yeah, they're re-releasing the Legendary Dragons. And I guess it's under a different set number, but they're basically, that price is irrelevant. Kashtira Theosis. Kashtira Theosis. Hopefully I'm pronouncing it right. It's not a Yu-Gi-Oh! Market Watch where, unless I'm mispronouncing something, right? Like, even something like, Regenesis, I was like calling it Reginus or something. That one where it was like, okay, you know what? Everybody should clown on me completely. $10 here, 15 for your copies. These are OGs though. They were a lot cheaper, 5, 6. They do go up to $20 on the next page. Your mega packs are also bought out here at about $8, 10, 11, going up to 12. So the cash hype is real. Unicorns are back up from that $5, $6 mark that they were. They're like 14, 15 right now. Unicorn's just a scary card. Like, I'm gonna be honest, I think Kashtira is a better deck than even right now than people give it credit for. I think that the fact that you get the knowledge of what your opponent's extra deck looks like, and then you could be like, hey, take that white binder, get it out. It's just great, right? That's what I really like about Kashtira Unicorn. Even if you're going second, depending on how you interrupt your opponent, etc., it'll be really good to like just summon this and just take out their options. Like, if you're in a grind game and you've taken out like their access code and all that other stuff, it's great. And again, going first, taking out the white binder or the red ransom, is just major. It's absolutely major. Or the one detonator, obviously, of course. I think people are sleeping on Cash. I thought I had Fenrir up here, but I guess we'll just look at that now. Fenrir, where are you, Fenrir? 30 is $2, and then yeah, your ultras are 16, and where are your secrets? 16 today. You should have been a QC. Reinforcement of the army QC, $22 going up to 23, 24. But you have your PCRs, which these do look nice, but again, with Rarity 1 and somewhat Rarity 4, they do stick to the sleeve. That's what I don't like about the Prismatic Collector Rares in Rarity Collection 1. These are $1 going up to $2 here for your copies, which is not bad. But you do have your King's Court CRs, and I actually run this in Edison because I actually picked up a King's Court CR after it got reprinted Rarity 1. I think I paid $8 for mine. And you can see right now they're about $9, $10 here. I just really want the card for me, $11. And it looks beautiful. Like, having that like CR in your hand, I actually don't know if I'd run my QC. This CR, like King's Court CRs, look very, very good here. I absolutely love them. I actually want to check up on the price of Ghost Bell since we've been going over that. That card was bought out. QCs are 45. You got me at 18, 20. Good job. And your PCRs are 10. So something I like to do, as you guys know, is I always like to go over cards I told you guys to get in the future, or especially if they're bought out, see where the buyout settles, / after a buyout. Because this card was $60, and it's been about at least like 2 weeks, I want to say, 2-3 weeks. And this card hasn't really gone down because that's light play, right? Cool. But 45, 45, 47, 53, 54... I mean, yeah, I went from 60 to 54, basically. That's not really calming down. And a lot of people are talking about Ghost Bell and how it's good this format. And I've actually been testing it a little bit. I've been in the lab. And there's a card that I love and hate at the same time. It's sometimes you're just sitting on like nothing. And then sometimes you just Ghost Bell the right card. And it's really good. Now, the fact that Malice players are moving away from GWC because they're like, yeah, we just don't need it with the current build. you know, you don't need it. You just don't want to draw those bricks. You can play just one of the banish, right? That searches. And it's like, yeah, I fully understand that. I have to play with Malice post March here to figure out exactly how I feel, but I do understand why people are cutting the trap line up for Malice. But at the same time, I don't know. I'll get back to you guys on that. A lot of people are debating the Malice build right now. If you want to run the new Allied Secret Rare, it's an interesting time in Yu-Gi-Oh! DD Crow, these are $3 for a Prismatic Collector. I remember when commons were $3. If people will spend $3 on a common, they'll spend $3 on a PCR. And these do look pretty nice. And they don't stick to the sleeve. Your QCs are more. They're about 25, 27 here. With your platinums being like $6. Now, if the platinum was like $3 or maybe even 4, I would probably tell you guys get the plats, but they're 6, so they are a 25% roughly. Because let's say this is 27, right? 6. That's about give or take like 20% of what the QCs are. So that lines up. Usually, if I see a QC that's like relevant and the platinums are 10% or less, I tell people the platinums will hit a price range near the QCs, like 20%. So it's always like, I'll pick up that, hey, expect this to go in the future. Secrets are like straight $2 here. Yeah, I would just get PCRs at that point. Solemn warning here, this card has been seeing play because of the Mitsurugi spell. QCs are $23, $24. I actually completely forgot about a card that will not be in the TCG creator. I actually need to look this up because you guys need to be aware of this buyout. Is Meows here. Meows right now is $80 here for your Meows. So this card has gone up. They were 75 today earlier. Well, they were 75 Wednesday around 6:15. So they did go up $5 since then. I know because I actually picked one up for a certain number. $85, $90 for your Meows. Solemn warning QCs, the same play for Mitsurugi. Like I said, $23, $24. I mentioned this card very soon, actually. I mentioned it around the $9, $10 mark. So if you got this card, please let me know in the comment section below. I do love hearing your success stories. It really is awesome. And guys, have you smashed that like button yet? I think we're like 17 minutes in. Hit that like button. It really does help me out. Also, if you do love my content, if you think I've got it, and again, I'm not a financial advisor, but if you think you've gotten good advice from me, or let's say you plussed hard off this channel or any of the videos, hey, consider saying a thank you by, considering to be a YouTube channel member. I have multiple tiers. You have channel member only videos, one a month usually. You get emotes, and it helps support the channel. And I do want to do a little more for my channel members. Like maybe we do some type of watch party, because now that I think I have... Technically, I have like 25, 26, but because someone gifted some channel members, maybe I want to do something special. I'm trying to see what I want to do here. But the new emotes are going to be really cool. They're passion, if that makes sense. Perulia here, 251. Oh, and join our Discord. There's a description below. If you want to talk Yu-Gi-Oh cards and Market Watch, we have a thriving community, so go check it out. 90 on CR for CRs. Your secrets are still like, what, 50s? 75. Info is just the gift that keeps on giving. And then you also have ultras at $62. Horrible. Garura, people are looking. Super Poly comes back. Garura comes back. $17, go up to 20 for your Garura. 2 monsters with the same type or attribute but different names. Then you also have Solemn Strike PCRs. These are actually money. They were very cheap until, I guess, the spike up here. These are bought out at $11. Funny enough, I want to go over this card, and then I guess someone just decided to buy it out. You can see the sales history here. They were selling for $5. Yo, 96 cents for these. Wow, I guess someone was like, yeah, just take them. I think I have these lying around. I don't want them for $10 because I would rather honestly sell a PCR at 10, 11 like that and just spend an extra $10 and upgrade to a QC. Like, oh, you want a QC strike for 10, half off? Okay. That's just at least how I feel. Solemn Judgment, these are $31, $32. These have not really calmed down, but the PCR is like $4, going up to 6. 6 is exactly 20% of the plat, so this kind of has, it does go all the way up to 15 here. So if you do want your cheap PCRs that say 6 or below, you could grab those. Maybe they'll go up to 10, who knows. Magician Souls, $2. We got the new support. I don't think we got it yet. I think it's coming, or it was just that lackluster. These go up to $4. Book of Eclipse PCRs are $3. This card is so good that I actually am shocked that the PCR is this low. This is definitely a PCR that can hit up to like $7, $8 because Book of Eclipse feels like, I feel like it's good either every second format or every format. All right. Anyway, but you guys could ignore that call. But yeah, $3 here, $3.50. I would definitely go ahead, grab your set though. Moonlit, if Imperm's good, this card's good. These are just straight dollars. They go up to $2 though, but people rather have the alternate art besides the instead of the original art. So I think PCRs are actually very good here. I'll actually take a look at QCs and plats as well because I may actually recommend the plats depending here. We can see if any other rarities are bought out here. So you have QC here from Stampede at 14. The alternate arts are at 14. I think people prefer the alternate art. And again, this is more or less things. But again, you see like 2 damage to right off the boat. What are platinums? $3. Honestly, if you like platinum, $3. This is a very nice plat to have. That's just my opinion. Vylon Cube here. So if this card's out from the field to the graveyard for a single summon of a light monster, you search and equip, right? And when it comes to searching equips, we actually don't have a lot of cards that do that. This is a card that basically, if you're able to sync with it, either an Infernoble specifically, you're actually able to plus very hard, getting the equip you need. This card has been bought out for an Infernoble before. They're like dollars here. The only other version of this card, I think you have supers too. Yeah, supers are like 10 cents and there's like a bajillion. But if you want your max rarity DTs here, I mean, I think this is a fine price to pay. You know, very good penny stonk. And then Mask of Dispel. Someone also told me to go over this. You select the face-up spell card on the field. The controller of that spell card must take 500 damage for each of their standby phases. And when the select card is destroyed or removed from the field, this card is also destroyed. So honestly, you're basically... This is just a time card. I guess maybe going second. Like if they can't negate the spell, you can like... activate this, waste a bunch of time, go end phase when they have like you know 2 minutes left, right? You know, they go standby main, or you know, they take the damage, right? You know, something like that. I mean, I'm not saying you should win in time, it's scummy, but like people do it regardless of how you feel. So that's the only reason I think someone told me to go with this card. I can only think time because there's no reason you would play this card. You got them on bulk, though. I guess we'll look at First Ed because it's an old card, right? I love to treat my OGs, which please let me know what cards to go over in the comment section below. I always love when you guys do that. Hit that like. Use my affiliate link for TCG player, whatnot, all that. First Eds, okay, this is actually surprising. So Labyrinth of Nightmare, this is an older set. You're telling me I could get LPs for less than like the retail of a pack today? I mean, I understand it's okay. Granted, it does go up to 5 here, but like 10. Let's just look at near mint. What's near mint looking like? 5s goes up to 10. I mean, I guess there's some players, even old cards that collectors don't care about, but let's see. I want to go sales history. I want to go light play. I just want to see how this card is realistically selling. I mean, yeah, it's just random for an old card. I don't know what to say. Well, with that being said, guys, I will see you guys in the next video. Peace.